Всем доброго времени суток, дорогие зрители и подписчики моего канала. С вами Ксения, и мы продолжаем проходить Игру Престолов. Так, давайте осмотримся немножечко. Нам рассказали, что нужно походить. Я так понимаю, мы ожидаем леди Форестер.
Mirror. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home.
Да, конечно, кто же ее отпустит?
Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now. Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately. Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself. Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son.
Сразу познакомься со всей
Lord
семьей.
Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good.
И Родрик.
Roderick. He was our best warrior by far.
Да, жалко. Узнайте больше о Форестерах.
You seem to be favoring it.
Сейчас.
Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maestro Tingrin. Look, I'll show you.
Все путем. Так. Кодекс. Давайте посмотрим. Грегор Форестер. Лорд Железного холма. Грегор Форестер, лорд властного северного дома и знаменосец Старков. Будучи юношей, он одолел Галбарта Гловера в рукоборье и стал его оруженосцем. Лорд Гловер до сих пор шутит на эту тему. После того, как его отец погиб на Трезубце, он возглавил дом Форестеров и по воле короля Роберта Баратиона женился на Элисе Бранфилд. Ну, вот, в общем, вкратце про Форестера. Что в окошке?
The Ironwood Grove.
А что нам Рочи не показали-то? Я бы сразу на нее
An
посмотрела.
Ironwood shield.
The strongest wood in the known world. The foresters owe their lives to this wood and the weapons that come from it.
Ну да. Так, мы здесь...
I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Ну да, вроде как хожу. Что здесь еще можно смотреть? Лекарства. Давайте посмотрим на лекарства и чуть-чуть с ним поговорим. Да, медицина, конечно, была интересная раньше. А, мы можем даже прибрать, что ли? Ух ты. Да все в семью. Все пригодится. Посмотреть. Ой, блин, опарыши эти мерзкие. Давайте потрогаем их.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
Да, вообще милашечки. Буэ. Так, давайте еще сейчас
No, you see
смотрим.
there? You're limping
I'm
again.
fine, really.
Да господи, мужик, отвали от меня. Чё ты такой, блин, упоротый? Своим хромаешь, не хромаешь? А, ну то есть мы, наверное, все уже осмотрели. Давайте посмотрим.
Keep moving. I need to see you walk.
Да уже походила. Так.
I'll admit, you do seem better than was to be expected. I
Давайте...
believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but...
Блин, я не успела
Lady Forrester.
поговорить с
Welcome
ним.
home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true?
Такая милашка.
Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on.
Так.
Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost.
Ну
I'm
да.
sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
You saved my life, my lady.
Yet not Roderick's.
Ну
You were with
да.
Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything...
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
Волосы у нее классные. Вообще красивая
This has
женщина.
been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Да.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember.
He asked me to return this to House Forrester. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
О,
It's
господи.
too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression.
Жалко так с мечиком с
Duncan,
этим крутым
this
расставаться.
was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the White Hills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the
Ну,
ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
They killed my family.
And they'll pay for what they've done. That much I promise. But now is not the time for vengeance.
Да
Not
блин.
now. When?
вот.
We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do?
Чё, блин,
Nothing.
под лавку
I
залезть?
would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard. It was his family they
Ну ладно,
killed.
давайте будем
My
разумно
uncle's
действовать.
right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So,
Вот только не
what's to be
будем
done?
давайте про него. Он не всегда действовал разумно.
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this will accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done
Вот
the
так
same,
вот.
as any man would.
Fuck the Boltons. One of their men killed my family.
Aye, you'll say it was justice, they'll say it was murder. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us
Давайте
all.
его
I'd like to
грохнем.
see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Чё?
Cannot stay. Duncan.
Let them come. I don't
Давайте
care.
им
They'd
садиться на
kill you
дерево.
and not think twice about it. It's not safe for you here, Garrett. There's only one place beyond the reach of the Boltons.
Где?
You're sending him to the wall.
Э,
Boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons.
стена?
I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now.
Ну
when the house is
ладно,
so
это будет
vulnerable.
интересно.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it then.
Вот это, кстати, неожиданный поворот.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come
Вот как
looking
раз мы
for you.
наедине с дядей, я думаю, там нам дадут поговорить, да? Куда? Куда? Стой, 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 стой. Мужик, блин! О, он телепортировался. Как неловко.
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given the chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own.
Ну да.
Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
I'll do what's best.
Which often isn't what's easiest, but necessary nonetheless.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
А, вот.
What? What is it?
Lord Forrester's last words were, "The North Grove can never be lost."
Sorry, you caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way.
Ну,
I
потому...
assume you kept your word.
Конечно.
You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett. I need to know the
Я
truth.
никому не
Of course
сказал.
not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you.
Конечно.
From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But-
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But
Хорошо.
don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Хорошо. Меч бы мне назад. Мужик, ну ты
Iron
хоть дай мне
from
оружие.
Iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
Да, ночной дозор это, конечно. Вам не на курорт
Garrett,
поехать. Ой, какая милая.
Be safe.
Скажи хоть что-нибудь. Ох, мужики.
Ethan? Ethan!
Итан Форестер, лорд дома Форестеров.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I win!
Congratulations, your lordship.
А, то есть мы теперь будем Итаном играть?
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
Бедный ребенок.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
I don't know what he did to get sent away like that.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
He doesn't know me, or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not
Попробуй
good.
ребенку объяснить.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man.
Как будто
He
обучение
taught
по
Roderick and
фехтованию.
Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you
Ну,
remember
как
when
бы
we were
можно,
younger?
да.
When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious,
Ну да,
the
он
lord
старший
in
сын.
training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be
Политика,
like
война.
that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
You'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Ну да. К сожалению, что поделаешь.
Since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once. But Ethan will be a good
Давайте его
lord. A
обнадежим.
proper lord.
As many as you'd like, yes.
Really?
Of course. Why not?
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay. With his family. Lord Whitehill is a mean old man anyways. Someone should tell
Я
him to
думаю,
leave us
надо
alone.
пойти.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Все-таки дела есть дела. Ребят, вы уж извините, но от своих обязанностей уже не уйдешь. Какие опасные.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Да, сейчас мы поставим его
Now
на
is not the
место.
time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
Мы как-то
All the more
дипломатично,
reason to
красиво.
stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Ух ты, блин, какой. Хорошо питаешь там у себя на родине, да?
My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss.
Thank you, Lord Whitehill.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Ах ты
I've been
скотина.
waiting for this day all my life. The Foresters finally get their due.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young?
Шиш
You
тебе.
are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head.
Охренел,
And
да?
no bread and salt. What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur.
А может
No
тебе еще смолы
courtesies.
горячие?
I should have expected as much.
Fetch Lord Whitehill some bread and salt.
И
It
смолы,
was an oversight,
пожалуйста.
Lord Whitehill. I promise it won't happen again.
Not likely. You Foresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking
Блин,
greedy
не
with the
успела.
ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was
Тут
left.
такой выбор
What
был.
is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Угу, знакомая морда.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Да-да-да-да-да.
Attacked for no reason.
No reason. You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan?
Отнесу,
He
блин,
acted
отсеку
in
тебе
your
голову.
name. And you are
О,
the
да, кстати, вот этот хороший
lord
выбор.
of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their time.
Ой-ой-ой-ой.
Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it.
Да,
I'm not
вот так вот.
leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton.
Ой, как страшно.
What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Ага.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your
Сразу как
losses
сел на
and all,
задницу.
but this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Вот, мамуля, правильно.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Опа, вот так вот
Do
ответим.
as you like, Lord Whitehill.
Вот так вот, высокомерно. И как профессионала.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Ну что, это интересно вообще.
Your sister can help us. Although just a
Королевская
handmaiden, she
гавань.
has Marjorie
Мира
Tyrell's
Форестер,
fever.
Красный
And
замок,
Lady Marjorie's
Королевская
betrothal
гавань.
to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Так, что у нас тут?
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me.
А,
It
Маргаret
once belonged to
подарила.
Lady Elena. Ethan made this for me. Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
С этим, я так понимаю, мы закончили. Так, старая пыльная книга. Ну, давайте вначале сюда пойдем. Так. Что мы тут еще можем осмотреть? Так, письмо от матери. Давайте тогда с книги начнем.
Wonders Made by Man by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
А, она еще не знает.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Так, ну все, остается только это.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Кто там?
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Да нет, ну заходи уж, чё.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
О, мы даже с ней пообщаемся.
You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble, but I thought you ought to know.
Спасибо.
Most people don't tend to notice a call boy, not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night,
Спасибо, мальчик. А, вот, Маргари.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together.
Она знает или не знает, что-то я не могу понять.
You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Отлично.
She was very pleased with herself.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
Блин, да я ж нажала.
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear. See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Вот. А теперь можно с ней поговорить.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Ну да. Мне не дают с ней поговорить наедине.
Good luck.
Спасибо.
You can do this.
Ух, блин. Я думаю, это будет не легче, чем вот разговор прошлый Итана. О, Тирион.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
Улыбаемся и машем.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
Конечно.
She only meant...
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the North.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. Is it any wonder you were so impertinent to ask which king deserves your loyalty? if you have any loyalty at all. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see.
Давай же.
Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey, if it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you?
Блин, как же
Lannister, and they do whatever was
ее
necessary to
обойти-то
save
красиво.
Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do
Давайте
anything.
пока
I see.
ответим ей так.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
would... Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games.
Ты гля какая. Ох, блин, выбор!
The king, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
Ну, Серсей надо было ответить.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants.
Конечно. Вот это ты правильно сказала.
Encouraging.
Ну, иди в задницу.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Маргарита, ты должна понимать, что это было все сказано так-то. Ничего, Тирион, ты что скажешь?
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Forgive me for saying it, but the Boltons have no honor.
Roose Bolton has many unique qualities. Honor is not one of them.
Вот с Тирионом попроще
That certainly
разговаривать.
took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences.
Я знаю.
She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard. Not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei.
Я знаю.
Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house.
Ну, можно рискнуть.
Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North.
Ну
King's
да.
Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Да уж, это заметно. Ну а мы, ребят, на этом заканчиваем эту серию. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Если вам она понравилась, ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на мой канал. С вами была Ксения. До скорых встреч!